Hello, everyone. Welcome to BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we are here having coffee, tea, and conversations with the Biz Chicks. So we hope that you will sit back, relax, get your favorite beverage, and be a part of today's conversation. I'm here with my friend and colleague, Ms. Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. So let's get this conversation started. Fran, I see that you are mobile.
Mhm.
And so you want to tell us what the subject is today?
Whatever you put your hands to will prosper.
All right. So today we're talking about getting some stuff done, huh?
Mhm. Whatever you put your hands to will prosper.
Okay.
Whatever that is. Uh, that means, in essence, that you got to put some effort into an idea, a thought, a dream, whatever it is, it will prosper if you put your hands to it.
Mm, I'm saying,
I'm putting
sometimes
it
we
up.
okay. Sometimes we have these opportunities to prosper and we think, oh, everybody's doing that. How many times have you decided, oh, I think I want to sell coffee, but everybody's doing that. But I have
Well,
seen some people make some really good businesses out of selling coffee. I've seen them, sell. Okay, here's an example. How about the Mr. Popcorn?
he had a monopoly in the mall here. There was
Mm-hmm.
a kiosk in our local mall where you can get popcorn, cheese popcorn, caramel popcorn, just
Chicago style
popcorn.
popcorn, Mark.
But there was popcorn. And
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Morning,
when
Dr.
the
Carter.
pan- when the pandemic hit,
Mm-hmm.
he did not pivot well.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
It's popcorn.
And we're at
What
home watching movies. Was that not a match?
and so his he could have prospered, but he
Mm-hmm.
would have had to put his hands to a new method. Uh, he and maybe he failed to get the names and data of the people that was buying the popcorn,
Mm-hmm.
where he could reach out later while they're sitting at home binging everything because they can't go anywhere.
Or maybe sometimes, our mind convinces us, well, they can make their own popcorn, so they're not going to buy my popcorn. But I'm not sitting around making caramel popcorn. I'm not sitting around, making cheese popcorn. So yeah. So I think sometimes we talk ourselves out of doing what we need to do to be successful in business.
Whatever you put your hands to will prosper. The key is you got to put your hands to something, and you have to keep your hand on something because you start it up and then you go, I'm done. It will stop. The momentum will stop. Whatever you had put your hands to, it was working.
Hmm.
And then you decide, like you said, oh, it doesn't seem like anybody wants this, or it doesn't, that. And you take your hands off
Hmm.
and it stops. I have an electric car, and we have on the car, it's called regenerative braking. So while the car is in motion,
Hmm.
we're going along. I don't necessarily have to put my foot on the brake. All I have to do is take my foot off the accelerator and the
Ah.
car will automatically stop. It doesn't have the Well, I don't have it turned on where some cars will continue to creep. My
Mm-hmm.
car won't creep. I take my foot
Mm,
off the accelerator and the car slows down to stop. You
mm,
take your foot off your business accelerator, your car or your business will slow to stop. It will not continue momentum. It will continue uh, movement.
mm. That's a great analogy. I like that. Mm-hmm.
You take your hands off. Go ahead.
If you want your business to work, you got to work your business. Okay. Okay. So and I think about this. A lot of this, hey, how you doing, Michelle? I um I think about this a lot when I think about what we went through during the pandemic. Um so many times we just didn't sit down and realize that people still needed what we had to offer. And so we just didn't offer it. We just stopped calling. Well, nobody's working. Da. You know, you can talk yourself out of having a successful business. So what you say to yourself is really important while you're working your business. What you say to yourself is part of actually working your business.
And I would say keep your hands on the business so that it prospers. You got to keep going. Where you put your
Hmm.
hands to will prosper. I remember this young man. I think he had some wisdom at his young age. He said, "You can sell boo boo chips and
Hmm.
prosper." He's right. Down the road in Sacramento on Highway 99, right as you're getting into Lodi, they
Hmm.
have the dairy farm and
Hmm.
the manure. You can smell
Piles
it
and
when you
piles of manure.
and you can smell it when you hit that certain part of the freeway. But
Mhm.
they don't care. They are
No,
packing it up and selling it out.
they call that the what? The smell of money? Yeah,
But
when you drive through there.
they they're talking. They're taking something that nobody else wants to be bothered with,
Uh-huh.
picking it up. I guess they might. What is the word? Turn it over in a place or something, package it up, and they ship that stuff out, selling it to people.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
sure that they have a process.
mhm.
Hmm.
Just like if, and I'm gonna shout out to Dr. Tachi and Indie Soup Media. We did a story today about a company, and you'll have to go to Indie Soup Media to watch it. Um, it was a story about, oh my God, I need to look up the name. It's about a company who took banana, you know how you, the
Oh.
bananas, your peels and stuff, but this is uh, um, some of parts of the banana tree or the stems that no longer get used. They turned it
Mm-hmm.
into leather
Oh, okay.
and
Mm-hmm.
leather products. And so we talk a lot about what's in your hand. Well, they took some things that nobody, just like the people who sold the dung or the manure, these people
Mm-hmm.
are taking things that are leftovers or byproducts of a one thing and using it to create something else. So, but you'll have to go to Indie Soup Media to see that. And that's indiesoupmedia.com. Oh no, it's indiesoupmedia.tv.
Mm-hmm.
Just the same. So if you want to see it, you got to go check it out over there. But there's many things that remember the people who used to take the old Levi's and make skirts.
Yes. And there are still people doing that. I was in New Jersey, and there was a woman who had taken denim skirts and she put mud cloth embellishments on it. They were gorgeous. And I mean, they were not inexpensive either. But oh, what a unique idea. Because so many times we think we have to start from scratch when oftentimes we can augment something. It's amazing the ideas that God can give you that will produce a new business.
There, th- what is an offshoot? What's something that can come from? I mean, recycled, recycles,
Upcycle.
recycled, upcycled, recycled. Any kind of way you make something new cycled, it's giving it a new twist, right?
Hmm.
Okay, coffee beans were just beans someplace, and somebody decided to boil some water and throw them in there, and we have this coffee is like what uh, the number one um, beverage,
Hmm. Hmm.
to the point where there are several. There's Dutch Brothers, McDonald's, there's Starbucks, there's Pete's. Everybody's got their favorite brew,
You know,
and they
yeah,
took some stuff that nobody else thought was worth it.
exactly. This morning I saw a what do you call it, a little snippet on the news about how McDonald's has these kiosks, sort of sculptures set up in pathways where people walk, where there's a lot of foot traffic, and it actually shoots out the fragrance of French fries about 700 feet from
Oh, so
wherever
wait,
where the McDonald's is, so that it is in the air. It's sort of how you do microwave popcorn and they have the oil in it and make you want to salivate.
yeah, because see, that was a tactic for the mall with Mrs. Fields cookies. They
Yeah,
would, and KFC,
and
and
Dr.
they
Tosh,
would put it out. Go ahead.
yes, Dr. Tachi says there's a market for most things that are replications unless it's absolutely terrible. That's
Yes.
true. And
So,
you realtors use that cookie thing all the time.
right, you put the cookies in the oven to get the smell out into the house because ooh, that smell. And now, so McDonald's is, do you want fries with that? It's just going out in the atmosphere. I
Hmm.
was okay. I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about AI. I saw AI in a different sense
Hmm.
yesterday. Wanted to get me something to eat. I wanted to get a Beyond Burger, which is normally called Junior here. Somewhere else, it might be called something else. So I went through drive-through, and I heard a voice say, "Whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and start your order." I said, "Okay, that was a little robot-ish, but I thought it was just going to be the robot, and then the human was going to come on."
Yeah.
No, no human. I said, I'd like to get the Beyond Burger, uh, and they said, "Well, we that is in the what is it called? The test period to find out if we are going to remove it from the menu." I was like, and
So
then
meanwhile,
and then they said, "So would you like it a single or a double?" And I was confused. I'm like, so you're telling me you're in
Do
the
you have it
process
or
of
don't you?
removal? And it was, and so I rolled around to maybe go to the window to get clarification. There
Uh-huh.
was nobody at the window.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, y'all need to fix your AI system because I, most humans are not going to just stick with whatever's on the menu. We're going to try and
Exactly.
mix it up a little bit. And I was like, okay,
Especially when the responses are confusing.
right.
Because from that response, I couldn't tell, is it in beta and you're not offering it, or is it in beta and you're offering it?
They
Why are
were
you telling
thinking
me?
about phasing it out, but
Yeah,
I
why
was like,
why do
and
I
then
need to
they
know that?
ju- just, would you like a single or a double? Oh, by the way, we're looking at phasing it out. Okay, then I would have known it's available. I was just like, and what do we always talk about? A confused mind will not make a decision. I was just like, I'm
Correct.
going to Burger King and get me an Impossible Whopper because y'all, I'm done.
Good morning, Valerie. Yeah. What is it? What's going on here? Yeah.
It was really strange, and it wasn't. I have seen some AI that the voices were a little bit more polished.
Hmm.
Top to top, they said. All I know, if if I want that Beyond Burger now, I don't care that it's in the test period. Work that out for yourself. Yeah, and I was like,
Exactly.
why was that a part of the script?
Exactly. And why didn't somebody go through the process of going through the drive through and testing the responses of the AI? I don't know why people think they can just do AI and leave it. They never did that when the human was developing the script. They always went through and said, okay, so what's that response to that? And what makes sense to that? I don't know. Are we just getting lazy? I don't know.
I was like, I'm done. I went to Burger King and got
Uh-huh.
an Impossible Whopper. Now they don't offer Impossible Whopper like the regular hamburger, but they do offer the Whopper Junior as an Impossible Whopper. I'm like, and why? I don't understand, but I was able to get something that I
But
wanted. I was like,
yes.
I
And
said,
did they tell you it might be discontinued? No,
no.
none
Why
of
are
that.
you telling me all? Why are you telling me all the business in the background?
Exactly. All the family business. I don't need to know that.
So it was really an interesting encounter with
Mhm.
AI trying to order food because there's kiosks now too. So if you go up into a Jamba Juice to get a smoothie, they have a kiosk where you can tap
Oh, see, I haven't been in there in a while. Okay.
right, or and if there's a line at the kiosk, then the person comes to help you. But I have a
Okay.
question for you guys. Do you all still tip if you have to tap in all the stuff yourself?
I do not. I'm just so over this tipping thing. And I feel like since they got in California, they got a raise up to $20 an hour. Maybe you don't need as much help. Plus,
Well,
because it's $20 an hour, the product costs more. And I'm just like,
every
come on,
they okay, and so another
I'm over
shout
it.
out to Indie Soup Media because that story we ran a story on starting out over on Indie Soup Media. You'll be able to catch that indiesoupmedia.tv. We talked about that, about the California with a $20 per hour
Yeah.
fast food
Fast food people.
and what that will mean
Well, it means
for
you get AI and you can't figure
and maybe that's what was happening
the transition.
yesterday. Yeah, they're transitioning from the human people, but somebody need to program the AI a little bit better. Get the
Like I said,
human. to get
They
the
need to do
payment.
some test runs. Hmm.
And the same thing with what was it, Instacart or something. Uh, that's running on AI too. Okay, Dr. Tati has a comment. She says, I don't mind making $20 per hour for the fast food. I don't either. However, then you need to raise the rate of skilled people to $40 per hour.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
And
It's like, okay.
the skilled people would have programmed the AI a little better. Just saying,
Well,
and maybe you still pay them the $20 an hour and give good customer service so that they can get tipped and because the food you can buy at you can buy uh, going to McDonald's or another fast food is going to run you between 25 and $30. I can
hmm,
go to a sit down restaurant with
absolutely. Have somebody bring
with
it to me.
with the full service of a
Some
waiter and everything.
ambiance.
Right, for 30 bucks. I'm paying 30 bucks either way it goes. So one of
Hmm.
y'all ain't getting tipped.
Exactly. And I'm just like, and they're probably working harder too because they're going to reduce the staff. You know what I'm saying? But also, a lot of it's going to be um, contactless. So, do you really need to tip somebody that you haven't even seen?
Do you tip AI? That's what we're asking. Do you
Okay.
tip AI? And even when you are ordering on the app,
Hmm.
you're putting in all your order, making all your adjustments and stuff, and then they they start out with the tip amount 18, 20, 25 custom. They put that
Hmm.
on there for you to send something to the team that's putting together the order.
But my thing is, if I do all the work,
If I'm scanning my own groceries, put them in the cart, but
hmm,
they still raised the price of stuff. So you'll hear more about that over on NBC Media TV in our news segment.
all right. Well, I'm looking forward to that. But
Mhm.
I wanted to give a shout out to everybody who came in today to spend some time with us here at BizChicks TV to talk about everything you put your hand to prospers.
Props. The key is you got to put your hands to something and keep your hands on it. That's how that's going to work. Many times we start and put our hands on a project, and then we take our hands off the project, expecting the car to still move,
Mm,
and
hmm, hmm.
it doesn't keep going because our hands are not on it. Uh,
Hey, Mark, how you doing this morning?
Good
Dr.
morning,
Tachi's
Mark,
here, Mark.
Michelle.
Michelle was here, yeah, and then um, Valerie stopped by. Thank you so much for your time. Yeah. So we want to
So,
remind everybody. Go ahead, Fran.
no, I was just going to say, put your hands to it, keep your hands on it, put your hands on it, keep your hands on it. It will prosper if you do.
There you go. So if you're looking to become a part of BizChicks, simply text Biz to 33777, or you can contact us at bizchicks.net. We'd love for you to be a part of our community so that we can share with others what it is you do and how you serve. So with that, we want to remind you we'll be here tomorrow with
TJ.
all the way from New York City talking about social media marketing. We wish you well in all your endeavors today, and we want to encourage you to keep your hand on it, and it will prosper. Bye bye,
Remember,
everyone.
we're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle.
Bye bye,
See you
everyone.
tomorrow.